I remember sometimes I was in another country and I felt hungry. It's a Portuguese-speaking nation, and when I went to ask for food, the girls who are selling were just laughing at me because they can't understand English. When I felt like I'm furious, I can't talk the language, they don't seem to understand what I'm saying, I spoke in my mother tongue. And for once, they understood. I don't know how. Authenticity. Everybody is a brand. You are a brand. And if you look at the Bible, the book of Jeremiah 1:5, God says, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. And while you were in your mother's womb, I set you apart to be a prophet. So Jeremiah is born as a brand, which is called a prophet. There's no soul that dropped on earth without branding. Because if you go in the Bible again, the book of Proverbs 18:16 says, a man's gift makes way for him and ushers him in the presence of great people or kings. Literally saying is that everybody has a brand that you are granted by the heavens, or the sole owner of you, who is God, has given you something. So personal branding is a combination of your skills, your values, and who you are and how you present it to the world. Have you ever sat down and asked yourself, which brand am I? There's Coca-Cola, there's Elliot, there's Broadway, there's Siemens, there's Nokia, there's Nike. All these are brands. What about you? Are you a brand? If you had to look at you from a brand perspective, what would you say you are? Think about it. If you go through the Bible, you will see brands being manifested. Moses remains a brand called Deliverer, a shadow of Christ, but in his lane, he was a brand, a deliverer, and we can see it happening. Joseph, he is called a dreamer. A dreamer is a gift that is taking him to the presence of greatness. Sometimes we confuse the gift as the thing. Joseph ultimately was a leader, a type of Christ who is coming to deliver, to save, to secure, to preserve the seed of Jacob. But in going to that throne, he is going because of the gift. So your gifting, your skills, your abilities, your talents are gift wrappers. They are taking you to where you belong. You would have confused David in the beginning as a singer. He was not a singer. But singing was a gift wrapper. He was a harpist. He would play the harp very well. But his ultimate was King of Israel. So, what are the components of personal branding that you need to have? One is authenticity. Be authentic. You can never know yourself until your true self. Your brand is carried within your natural setting, not in your cosmetic setting. Not in your application setting, it's in your natural setting. How original are you? For instance, what I'm doing here, I've chosen not to copy nobody, how they do their thing, because I'm original. Be original, speak as you, be understood like you. Being authentic, be original, you bring out what your brand was supposed to be. You communicate easier from a natural setting, not from a clone setting. Don't clone yourself to be somebody or something. This is what I'm seeing so many of the people on social media. There's quite a number of guys who have gained traction of people because of how original comics they are. Then you try to replicate their comics, you fail. Because it's not your natural setting. There's no oil that flows on you. Being original helps you to bring out your brand. Number two, consistency. Be consistent in manifesting your authenticity. Be consistent. Don't do once and stop. Let me give an example. Joseph, he sees a first dream. He tells his brothers and his parents, they rebuke him, but he does not stop there. He gets another dream, he shares with them. It is spoiling and messing his environment at home, but because of being consistent with what he has carried, though we thought it was wrong, it was a vehicle towards the manifestation of his dream. He goes to prison, we see him interpreting. I think it's only that they are not recorded. He must have interpreted so many dreams. And that ushered him to kingship. David was playing his harp, playing his harp, playing his harp, playing his harp, until a servant from Saul's palace sees him. And then when there was need in the palace, he says, I know of a boy who is a guru. He is an expert in playing harp. And he goes, plays the harp, plays the harp. The harp opens the door. Proverbs 18:16. That a gift makes way for him and ushers. A gift will usher you. So be consistent in manifesting your gift. And finally, when you are there, what is your value proposition? What do you then finally propose to the world? While you're doing your gift, be so good at it that they have to refer you as the only one. If they both want to look for so and so, or somebody who does this and that, it's you. The list of references, I know this guy because you've been consistent. Availability, you have been there. And therefore, you define what you think has become of you. A number of years back, when we had Churchill shows where he was doing his tents everywhere in the country, if you look at Churchill, where he's coming from, he started from a comics, just joking around, the stand-up comedies and everything, but he identified his uniqueness and he made an industry called Laugh Industry. It became his unique value proposition. And through that platform, he raised so many guys out here whom we know until today because he defined his unique value proposition. Then he exposed the value to the world. Once you refine and know and understand your value, expose it to the world using every means possible. Be it by the roadside, be it in a podcast, be it live shows, be it your TV program, tell the world, give it to the world, give it to the world. And this is what David was doing, giving to the world. And that is how he was rising. As you are giving, you are rising. Then finally, clothe your identity. Once you see it, you understand it, then clothe it. After it becomes mature, and you can see Laugh Industry was a packaging now. He was clothing what he had seen. Every people you see out here, they have a way they have clothed themselves. Joseph, after interpreting and being called, he is clothing his thing now into leadership. Even David, after he has killed Goliath and all these things that happened, he's clothing it by being the king. You clothe your gifting into now what it was supposed to come to achieve. And you realize that you have branded yourself. Personal branding is a journey. It never stops. It keeps on rotating and tilting every now and then. But remember, you are on a continuous journey to unveil yourself. Never arrive. Because there's a possibility David would have arrived being a shepherd boy and said, I was cut out to be a shepherd. He would have arrived after killing a bear and a lion. Man, that's an accomplishment. You are an accomplished shepherd. But then music sets in. He plays the harp so well and finds himself the domain of the king. After he does that, he is even becoming armor bearer. He goes to the battlefield. He kills Goliath. You say, I'm a soldier. I've arrived. I'm the best warrior. I've arrived. But it was not over. He continues until kingship is ultimate. You are yet to reach your ultimate. Don't stop and say, this is what I am. If you look even at the career life, there are many stages. You go unveiling yourself. You're like an onion. You keep unveiling. All you need to do, make sure at the stage of your life where you are, polish your brand very well. Your conduct, how you speak it out, how you maneuver your life. Please be known and be good at what you are, at whatever level, however small. Playing harp only, maybe cartoon writing only, maybe fine art drawing only, small things, maybe spoken word only. Just be good at who you are now. It is going to open the next door. Personal branding is a continuous journey of life. Some of us at 60, 70, even 80, that's when you became known, because you have been on a continuous journey of unveiling the onion. Some at 15, they get unveiled. Even if you look at the history, those people who became popular and their personal brand were known very early, maybe in music or in drama or in acting, later in life they became something different because they kept unveiling themselves. Don't stop unveiling yourself. You are on a continuous journey. The Bible says he has set eternity in the hearts of men, yet man has not understood what God has done from the beginning to the end. You are eternal in nature. You are an ever-moving, ever-flowing soul. So you keep advancing from one glory to another, until we shall appear before God in Zion. So never stop and never get discouraged, because you are still a brand in the making, a brand unfolding. In whatever stage of life you are, you may be a brand now, but you're still a brand in the future. Keep working on yourself. See you in the next shoot.